Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode on Omnifactory, where we're going to do a few more things with automation. And I have a few things listed up here. And yeah, we're needing to get started on that. We will be doing some adventuring. I think we are going to clear out this one right here and start using it. And we'll slowly start taking the rest of these down. I do want to explore a little bit more, but we need a lot better armor. But I did get these actually to charge with the power of my capacitor. A few things I did in between episodes. I've come down here, I put in a couple more of these basic burrs, and just to help keep up and speed this up a little bit. And also, look at these, are actually getting filled up. I also made another basic diesel generator. Now, to get these kind of powered, it was, like I said, it was a little weird. I would like to space these out a little bit better. We will have to move this in the future. And you can see the sugarcane is just constantly coming in. So that's actually pretty good. And I left these down here. But like I said, we have a few things in store for today. And one of them involves, well, trying to get applied energistics to the way I want it to be. Because, yeah, I would like to be able to get all this stuff and kind of move it over and really take off with this. Because you look, that has a lot of room in there. I can do a lot better power gen situation and a lot of other things. So, let's get started. Well, we're going to have to start at the beginning. To get any of these inscribers, we're going to need a block of aluminum. That's a lot of aluminum. And this is a very power hungry. Matter of fact, I'll come down here and show you guys real quick. This thing actually drained every one of these batteries just doing half a stack of aluminum. So that is a thing. I do have 53 now, so that's good for us. Now, we already know we're going to need 4 blocks of this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make these up real quick. And one other thing I'm going to show you guys. Should have plenty left. I made a lot of these primitive capacitors. Now, one of the things kind of holding me back from using the other circuits, if we look at tier 1. Okay, so we're using the primitive ones right here. And it's pretty straightforward. Well, if we want to go to the second tier 1, well, we're going to have to get into this. Now, this isn't really hard. We can make all these. As a matter of fact, I have the cluster to make these. Only thing that's stopping us is this right here. Now, this is a interesting recipe. So, we can make those, but this phenol is a little bit tricky. I mean, you have to get wood tar or heavy fuel. We'd probably go the wood tar route, which is actually pretty easy. Then that's a charcoal byproduct, no big deal. Well, it takes 16 wood program circuit and the false, I forgot what the name of that was. I'm just going to keep butchering at this machine right here. Now, we could make it. Now, it's not too hard, just iron, a lot of iron. But we will have to make a little bit, I think we're going to have dedicated rooms in that next one, because this, it's served us pretty well. But we need something a lot bigger. Now, these blocks of aluminum are great and everything, but we need to be able to make these first. And we're going to need the precision laser. Well, the precision laser is an MV tier. Now, I don't know if this is going to work on this, but I had to make quite a few of these. As a matter of fact, I still need to make the plates and the rods and the gears. And actually, the gears are pretty simple because I have the small gear cast, which I didn't know why I made it, but I made it anyways. Well, it's coming in handy now. So each one of these needs one, so that's actually pretty easy. And that's actually very simple. Let me go ahead and switch these out. And like I said, that's a cakewalk. That's done. And each one of these is also going to need 3 plates, so 6 of these, and 2 lathes, or 2 rods. So, there we go. That's all getting worked on. Now, the primitive circuits, they can be made in these primitive processors, which I kind of wish I would be able to make the more advanced ones. There we go. There's all 5 of those we need. Now, that cuts out most of this. Now, this, not too bad. Now, this is where it kind of gets a little daunting. So, each one of these is going to need another rod in it. There is those. So we can go ahead and make this up real quick. And we're not even going to use that other machine. And actually, I'll probably just make these off camera real quick because it's going to take me a minute to get all that copper. And I don't know how much copper I have left. I can tell you it's not that much. I'll probably need about, say, 8 of those. So let me come back in a minute after I get all the stuff made up. All right, everybody. 2 things I actually want to make real quick. And one of them actually involves this right here. And I didn't think about it, but we actually needed this for the quest. And that should ding ding now. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and put that on here. And what that will do will actually make it where if this actually exceeds the amount that this is supposed to hold, which is I think it's 2064, it will actually delete the excess. So that will help us out, and that cleared up a little bit on our inventory. So one thing I forgot to mention, we actually have not made the MV chassis yet, or the MV machine hull. So that's not too bad. There's an MV machine casing. I don't know if that's part of the quest because it was in here underneath early game. And no, it's actually the beginning. There you go. MV machine hull. So that's all it needed. So now we're going to actually have to make the next version of this, and all we're missing is 2 wrought iron plates. Which, considering everything else, that's actually not too bad. But that will actually break us into the MV power, which is you notice it's a little bit higher. The other one was 32, now it's 128. So we're going to have to figure out a little bit better on the power situation. And I'll sit here and rack my brain around a few things just to try and speed it up. There we go. Machine hull. Perfect. Now, there's a lot of things we could do with this. Now, the only thing we're missing are those 2 top things, which really should not be too hard, and I think I converted all my copper wires into it. That's not going to help us any. So I'm going to actually have to make those again. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 ingots of copper. And you can see how low I am getting on copper. Kind of a ridiculously low amount. Which I believe we're actually also start working in on trying to get the deep mob learning up and going, because that's going to come in handy in a little bit. So we can go ahead and just put those in 2s. Now, I think I actually made that in the wrong thing. I did. Oh well. Hopefully we won't have to make too many of these by hand. Go. We should be able to make that. And there's our plates. There's our rods. All right, so we got most of this. There's those copper wires. We have those. I think they're in our inventory. There they are. So the only thing we're going to need is this magnetized steel rod, which actually does not sound too bad. We do actually have a little bit of steel left. I think we're only going to need 2 of those. And I'm just walking you guys through basically what I'm going through just to kind of make this stuff. And this is kind of one of the reasons why I really want to get Applied Energistics up and going perfectly fine. Because I don't like having to do this stuff manually all that much. A little bit of a hiccup on that, actually, because we're going to actually have to make this basic polarizer, which doesn't look too bad. 2 iron rods, and we're going to need 11 of these compressed down. And I haven't made this one before. But the rest of it should be pretty easy. Yeah, iron rods, yeah, everything else should be fine. Just need a little bit more on the tin side. These are coming along just nicely, and we're getting our tin cables. I don't think they actually needed to be covered. We actually needed 4 pieces of tin, not 2, because it's 2 times the thing. And I think that's actually about it. And 1 tin wire. Ooh, I almost broke that with the wrong thing. All right, there's our basic polarizer, which is kind of nice to have. Now, I wonder if I'm going to be able to add this onto this line. This is also one of the main reasons I want to move into a bigger base, because this wiring, everything seems fine. Okay, then we just put it in there. Oh, that's actually super fast and it doesn't require redstone. I don't mind that. It has a little icon. I like that. All right. So we were making over here. That should be all we need for those. There's those two. And I think we have everything we need to make this right here real quick. Just needs a bit of quartz, which we can go ahead and set all that stuff in there. And I think we have a little bit of quartz laying around. We do. Perfect. And another reason why I want to get applied energistics up and going. That should be all we need. Go, we got that. Now, the rest of the stuff I don't think we really need to do in here. Only thing else we have to make in here would be these pumps, which I think we have everything. 1, 2. There we go. That should be all we need for this precision thing, besides a few things I left in here. No big deal. Now, here this is. Now, I don't think this will actually convert over, so I think I have something from Greg Tech. Transform up. Okay. So this should work. Now, I'm trying to find a spot to set this. I'm thinking right about here. So for the time being, since we don't really have a good amount of stuff, we could try and use Cooper nickel. Doesn't have the best ratio. I mean, it's 8 blocks or 9 blocks lost. So that might not be the best thing, but we can try it at least. So this can only be done in there. Okay. Well, hopefully this doesn't hurt us. Okay, that is not working. And there we go. So it actually has power. That was a little bit of a wire mess. But now we can actually start getting into the other stuff. All right. So we have that done. We have this, so, and this extra thing. So we just need to make these, which we're going to have to make each one of these lasers, which should not be too hard. I think we have, I think it can be used with ruby. Yeah. We have rubies. Diamond, and let's see. Let me pull out all the stuff I'm going to need. All right, I think I got everything. I got this thing filled up with 4 buckets because each one of these is a bucket. And I think I should just be able to do like this. It's going to take a little bit of power, but should not be too bad. And what do we get? Look at that. I don't know if this is part of the quest line. So diamond takes a minute. Now, I think that's actually... Oh, I can make wafers. Okay, so that'd be much later in the game. So is it all these made wafers, or is it just that one? No, these all make wafers. All right, so we got those. So I think it's just, we're gonna divide these out so we don't accidentally shift click them all in at once. Oh. Not enough power, huh? All right, so me even putting batteries in here is not gonna help. So that was a little bit of a fail on my part. And I can stick these back in here. I'm actually going to leave that my capacitor in here just to charge up a little bit because it's getting there. Wouldn't mind it holding a little bit more. Now, I was able to make some of this battery alloy, which the recipe for it is actually pretty simple. It's lead and antimony. Now, what I was looking at was an MV battery. Now, we can make one of these, it seems. Pretty easy, but we need the canning machine, don't we? Ah, just so many things. And I do not want to waste all that aluminum, because that was a lot of aluminum. Now, how can I get more power to you? All right, everybody, we're going to try something a little different. I saw how much it lost. So I made one of these integrated circuits, and if you look at the recipe for this right here, it is sequence or configuration 27. So I think we just right click on this 27. That should be it. Now if we put it in here, it should, there we go. So it's going to change how much is lost in this. So that should, in theory, work a little bit easier. No. So I might have to sit here and do this for a while. Let it power all the way back up. Do like that. Oh yeah, this is going to take a while. All right, we're going to try plan B here. There's a machine hole. And I have an idea. And I don't know if this is going to work. But it is worth a shot. Now, I believe I can break this off. I'm going to go ahead and pull that. Now, this should be receiving back power. Way to tell that is if we go down here to our thing and we pull this one out, which is at 5.9 million. That's not bad. That's actually a decent amount. Let's go ahead and put that back in there. Now, can you accept this? All right, everybody, a little bit of change of plans. Let's go ahead and make the basic canning machine. Don't think I've made that yet, but here we go. All right, so all we need is this, which does not look too hard. I mean, we got the battery stuff. We only need like 6 of them. Isn't too bad. Actually, let's go ahead and make some more of this just to be on the safe side. We're gonna need a little bit more lead, which I don't actually have all that much lead, surprisingly. And it was antimony. And we're only gonna make 2 pieces. It's 4 to 1. If I remember correctly. Just take 4. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna need 12 plates, which this should produce 5. Maybe 4. I'm not really for sure. It looks of it 5. There we go. So 12 plates, easy enough to do. Had to make a little bit more on the rubber. And that's going to take a little bit of power. And I have been sitting here going like this. It's just not going to be enough. So this should work. In theory, I'm just going to have to move this out of the way. You can see it's actually charging back up properly. All right, and we're going to need a couple copper wires, which I don't have very much left. This is actually all my copper I have left. And it is plated. Okay. Go, there's one. And like I said, I wouldn't mind a second one while I'm at it. Because we're going to be using these in the future. I might as well kind of make 2 of them real quick. And lithium. I think we actually have a decent amount of lithium. If not in there, it's in one of these drawers. Yeah, lithium. So, basic canning machine. So we just throw our batteries in there and throw our lithium in there. It takes quite a bit, apparently. What was that? 8? There we go. That actually has quite a bit more power to it. That's going to be 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is kind of maneuver stuff around a little bit. Get some stuff off our hotbar. And I don't know why I've been carrying around 2 swords, but I have been. So let's go ahead and move this over. We're going to have to place it up against it. So we want this, I believe, facing like that. And we're going to get up here for a second. Maybe like this. Okay. That has power. Let's see if this thing actually has power. It is not transferring, but it is connected. All right, let's get our 2 batteries out. Let's see if they start charging. Oh, they are. So this one actually needs the power in here to start charging. So I'm going to have to let these charge up a little bit. And there we go. We got our first one. That was a pain. Now we just have 3 more to go. Let me let this thing charge up because that took up quite a bit of energy. I wonder if it actually says how much it takes up. And we're going to put all this stuff away, try and clear out the inventory. So each one of these is actually taking 192,000 EU. Wow, that is a lot. And about 80 seconds worth. So we're going to have to let this thing charge up quite a bit. Probably like 2 of these batteries. Well, not 2 of them. I got 3 left. That's 600. So 1.5 of these. That is going to be quite a bit. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure we get the other 3 out. And this is going to help out quite a bit. While that's actually charging, we could go ahead and make this inscriber. It doesn't look horribly terrible until you look at this. It's going to make 9 more pieces of that and dark steel. So I need 1 more pieces of aluminum. And I don't think I actually have any more in here. No, I do not. We are running a little low on it over here. No big deal. We will work on that in a little bit. And I wonder if this is going to kill all my power. This is still charging up. Let's see how our battery's doing down here, though. It's going to tank a little bit, but it should be able to hold up for a while. And I like the fact that I am actually almost full on one of these tanks over here. And this is almost full. There we go. That should not add any more to it. There you go. So that's what that void upgrade does. So dark steel, I don't think we have all that much dark steel left. So we're going to have to go get a little bit more. What is that? 5 pieces. Might be able to pull this off. Just need some obsidian. And we do actually have enough. Now, in between, I'm actually going to have to make some more of this, which I think there is a way to make obsidian with the fluid solidifier and that chemical reactor. Well, that is a way to do it. Now, I think it's 1-to-1. It is. Good. Now, while these are all still making up, we're going to need at least 9 to get started. And this thing, I'm going to let it keep charging for a while. All right, everybody. I think I got everything I need. There we go. Should be the last one of those. Perfect. Now, just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and make this. Inscriber. Perfect. Now that we have the inscriber, and this thing's actually almost charged up. So that took a long time to do. So this should not be a problem anymore. Yeah, take that out while it's crafting. Yeah, you can. And we should have plenty of power now. It's just going to take it about 1.5 minutes almost. So that's going to take me a few more minutes. But we did get the inscriber, which I am still surprised this is not part of a quest line anywhere. It probably is. I just have not unlocked it yet. You can see right here, I have to get all 4 of them. Then it's going to start unlocking all this. And this is where we kind of want to be. Because, yeah, we can make the first one, but I'd like to be able to upgrade my stuff a little bit more. And we could start automating things a lot easier. And it's almost there. So let me come back in a few minutes after I get all these darn things made. And oddly, it's It should hold out. All right, everybody, just to finish this up real quick, we're going to need 3 of these real quick. And yeah, what I want to do is actually start to put this to use. Now, I don't know if this is going to work correctly. Let's go ahead and grab the last one. That should be a quest complete. There we go. Now, I believe the next one's going to be complete too. So it wants us to make every one of these. Well, they're a little different than what they used to be. So the diamond one, I don't know, can I stick diamonds in here? I can. All right, so that's going to help out with that. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to work properly, but we're going to need at least this one right now, which is the calculation press and the service quartz. Calculation press, service quartz. Oh, it does have power. That is a good sign right there. All right, let's go ahead and get that one. And our plate should be done. 2 diamond plates. Now, this one, we are actually out of room. And this one's actually going to be for the advanced subscriber. So that is engineers. And the reason I don't like this one is because I can show you right there. You can only put 1 item in at a time. So it's kind of a pain. All right, there we go. Apparently needed to be a little bit further down. But yeah, you can't put more than 1 item in at a time. So let's go ahead and upgrade all these. And the last one we're going to need is the silicone one. And this is where it becomes a pain. Is literally only putting 1 in at a time. That makes it where it's really a bother just trying to do this. That's why I want to get to the advanced one, which we can go ahead and get rid of all this stuff right here. And this. Last 2 things, and we'll call it an episode. And last plate. And all this stuff has to be done in this. And apparently it does not like having regular power. So we can put this down here. And we're going to go ahead and do the one for the crafting table, which is not too, or the crafting terminal. All right, we're going to do the one for the crafting terminal first. And for each one of these, you're going to have to put a circuit in. So this is kind of one of the reasons I want to get a little bit higher up on the circuit board, so to speak. All right. That is one done. Now, the next one is pretty much the same pattern. And it's still a little bit of a pain in the backside. Now, do we have any crafting tables in here? No, but we can make one really quick. Maybe. Okay. We're going to leave that in there for now. Let's try to clean up the inventory a little bit more. All right. I should be able to break this. If I hit uses on this, it should show me the recipe right there. There we go. It doesn't seem like much, but this is going to help out quite a bit, especially when it comes to crafting and stuff. Okay, there's that one. And we can do the last one, which is quite nice to see all this stuff come together. And crafting is going to be a lot easier. I'm not going to actually have to do this over here anymore. And go ahead and pop this up. Thank you. And the advanced subscriber like that. Now this one, I don't know, will it accept normal RF? I don't think it will. I guess the easiest way to test that would be put that in there and yeah, see, it's not taking the RF. So this actually has to be hooked up to some part of the applied Energistics line, which is not a big deal. It really is not, because you can actually kind of set this anywhere as long as it's touching a cable. Now we should be able to finish this up. You can see it was working. But now I can just shift click a whole stack in there and it'll run perfectly fine. And this thing's actually almost filled up on power. So if we have to use this again in the near future, we will have it. We will work on trying to get power. But I think the next thing I'm going to be working on is getting some dark steel armor. And yeah, we're going to buff ourselves up. I think the only thing I really need is to get the anvil up and going. Because you can see I have some upgrades, which I accidentally removed from one of the armor pieces. And yeah, we can kind of buff ourselves up a little bit. We already got the boots and everything, which gives us double jump, I believe. Actually, you can't really tell with this thing on. See how I can jump quite a bit higher. So that's actually not too bad. And really the upgrades for the Ender IO stuff is pretty easy. If it hasn't changed much. I don't know if it has. Yeah, so it's not too bad. Just some dark steel and some blank upgrades, which is a little bit of a recipe, but it's just going to take a lot of dark steel, which we already have. I think 2 or 3 of the set. I'll have to go back and look, but I think we might have a little bit more laying around. I don't know if these actually have any uses. Nope, not really. So yeah, we're going to have to figure out something. That would be kind of nice to be able to, wow, that's not a recipe I wanted to see already. Yeah, I can't really break them down yet. But, hey, we should be able to pull it off. We only need, what, 20 more pieces of dark steel. Not counting upgrades. So let's go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you all for stopping by and watching. You all are amazing, by the way. And, yeah, until next time, everybody, take it easy. Later.